Hello, Armchair Generals. My name is Tom, and I'm back with my Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3 using the Black Ice 10.43 modification here. Just picking up where I had left off the last video here, so I actually haven't closed the game out. But typically, what I do is as soon as I start Hearts of Iron 3, I save immediately after, say, a couple hours of game time. I save immediately so I can ensure that I have a good experience in game. Sometimes that first save, the game will just crash. So I will try to get that first save out of the way. Where we left off, actually, we're looking pretty good with Japan. We're a full month into the war, and unlike historical Japan, we're pressing pretty deep into China overall. The West, we're seeing a lot of movement there. Um, my cavalry units and specialized light infantry, they're pretty speedy. Well, that .05 doesn't indicate how speedy they are, but if you look on the right side, uh, the their slowest person's artillery at 5 kilometers per hour. So they're speedier than regular line uh, units here, like these guys. 4 kph is the fastest one of my regular infantry units move. So I have these along with the cavalry tasked to go westward. We want to take out Shaanxi, Communist China, and Zibi-San-Ma as quickly as possible. My goal is try to get all of these done before, or even Zibi-San-Ma during winter of this year here. That way we can then focus our efforts into Nat China and its other allies down here in the south. So we're doing very well here. A couple of these provinces are areas that you can't enter. They automatically flip over, convert to your control once you capture adjoining territories. But nonetheless, we've progressed pretty far in here. We've actually taken one victory point location in Shaanxi, and we are pushing down into our second and to take out Shaanxi entirely. We took out Beijing and Tianjin fairly rapidly. Tianjin, in the matter of a week, was that battle was resolved. Beijing took about 2 weeks, I believe, a little bit less, to capture. Normally, in my experience, these are months-long battles. So I'm not sure exactly why they were they were taken out quite so rapidly. Maybe some air power that I have that helped out. It may also be that my units are just better than they are. The difficulty level we're currently at right now, China is at very hard, where I've given them the 10% bonus to hard and soft attack as well. I'm playing on very hard difficulty as well, which gives me a lot of penalties to my research, to my resources gained, to money, etc. Um, so I'm actually highly surprised at how well I'm doing in this conflict overall. We'll go ahead and progress a little bit further to this point here. We want to get into August in this video and maybe even in September. We're just going to keep pressing, pressing, pressing until we get to what we need. I was keeping an eye on this unit here in this battle. Their organization is dropping quite a bit. That's the 20th. I want to get them out of that conflict. I try to, if their overall organization drops below 20%, as it did there. We have reinforcements, though, that are fresh. We'll let them shift into the line here. We can actually get, since we're below the total combat width, we'll get an extra unit into this conflict here. And I'll keep an eye on the rest of these guys that are seeing some hits to their organization. We'll pull them out as needed too. But for right now, overall, we're looking pretty darn spiffy with our conflicts there. We're progressing forward here. These guys, I told them how to go about doing their attacks, and the AI is handling it perfectly as far as I'm concerned. We have another, was it this one here? Yeah, Togata, that we succeeded, and I think that was from this province there. They were able to move into here. Moving westward and southward as much as possible to try to take these victory point locations rapidly. Um, I have my old nemesis here, Mountaineer Division, that's attacking these cavalry units here, and we're getting pretty low in organization, but not as low as them. That conflict should be ending fairly soon here. Got another one that's not going to go anywhere for them. Um, they're supporting the attack here, and that's looking good the way it is. Okay. Synthetic Industry Centers now operational. Cool. It shows a -5. I want to say that's not accurate. I want to say that that's a positive, but I could be wrong. Let's take a look here. Find province. Susaki. We'll get to the province here. That's here. We can see it's industry of 5. Do that. Okay, so I was wrong. That does indeed remove the 5. But that does give me increased resources, I believe is what that event was indicating. That's heartbreaking, but nonetheless, that's fine. We'll deal with it as we need. Government secretary focus, run a 50-50 chance for anything. I think we need, I mean, we're doing okay on money. Plus 15% actually wouldn't be too bad to get. And since it's a 50-50 chance at this point here, if I fail my roll, the negatives don't impact me quite so much. If I do the reorganization now, if I get it, cool. Then my units that I'm currently building here will get completed a little bit quicker. But if I don't make the roll, that 3% organization hit, that could be very detrimental to me. So I think I'm just going to organize the private sector, hope we get that so we can get some money. We check here, reorganization. I don't see the organization. So did we get the negative? I don't see the negative there. Okay. Maybe the time needs to tick forward a little bit. Convoy raiders. This decision, you either get them or don't. I highly recommend that you do get convoy raiders. Germany can get them as well. They're very handy. They don't do very well against line ships on line. However, they are, I feel, far more efficient than submarines when it comes to taking on convoys. They're very speedy. They actually do more damage. They sink more convoys, in my experience, than subs do. And they don't, honestly, they don't cost anything because you're just plopping them down on the map there. They just appear. I think you do get an IC hit, however. That's for like a short period of time. So I guess our politicians decided we need to get some more money. And the way to do that will be through increasing taxes or selling bonds. Um, Bonds improve my national unity, which I need. There's a law decisions that I need, at least one, that requires me to have an 80% unity rating. So we actually should be utilizing this here. Um, So the low yield bond will improve my unity better than my high yield. However, ultimately, and you don't get to see it in game exactly, the amount of money that we get generated for low yield isn't all that much. It's very little. That's fine. If we're needing more money, I might go with a tax increase, which actually gets me more money, but it does hit my dissent and stuff like that. So we'll do the low yield right now, improve my national unity. Chinese troops defected, yay! We will be putting these guys to use. They're in Beijing. There they are. We'll give them a leader. Um, it's a militia unit, so I don't really care too much about them. We'll give them a defensive leader, though. And they're just going to sit here and kind of do their thing. I have a MP unit that actually now I'll move to Tianjin. They'll cover that city. Order new divisions. So this is the event that I was kind of waiting for a while here, where you will get through a series of future events more and more units. Immediately here, you can see we're getting 5 infantry divisions, and they'll appear in Japan. I kind of need those because I'll be this month attacking my Marines in this peninsula, and then once they're done, I don't want to use the Marines to hold the peninsula, so I'll use these divisions to come in here, hold it, and actually start to press forward. Then I can use my Marines for future attacks against Shanghai. So this is good. We do need them. This is equivalent to a couple other countries where you'll have an event similar to this, where it'll say, "Hey, do you want to have events create historical units for you or not?" For those players that prefer to do their own orders of battle, say no. That way you can handle your creation to your satisfaction. In this case, I do say yes. You'll see the losses that we will be suffering here. The manpower, not a big deal. That'll get us below 1,200, not a big deal though. Supplies, not a big deal. The officers, though, that's a big deal. I was getting closer and closer to 100%, and then unfortunately, this is going to knock me down below that. I'll be probably below. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to hurt pretty badly. I was hoping that I get close enough to 100% so I can start putting some of my leadership from officers to my research. We'll address that here this month and see how that goes. Another thing as well, doing this will provide an IC malice. The benefit of saying, yes, I want the historical divisions and have Black Ice mod handle that for me by seating them where they historically appeared in the real life war. The bonus is you get those units immediately for the most part. There's a few events where a unit will appear in your production queue waiting to get built, whether it be a naval unit or an actual land unit, or even air units for some cases. But for the most part, those units will get placed on the board. The penalty, though, for that is your IC gets a hit. You can see already we got some red in there as it is. I think after I select this here, that's going to go down more. Not quite yet. Those units that'll appear, which they have not, those units that'll appear will cause an IC hit. And there's some math involved. There's a couple of forum posts that explain far better than I can on the reasoning from the mod developers and why they've done so, and also what exactly you can expect to lose in IC. The total upshot of all this is doing it this way with the units, where the Black Ice mod gives you those historical units. You will actually see less of an IC hit than if you were to build those units yourself, especially since you get those units immediately for the most part. The amount of time, there is none really spent in building, and the IC built on a per unit basis is far less through the modifications event than if you were to do it yourself here. So, in my opinion, it is worth it unless you just have a different viewpoint than the developers in regards to how you want your army to be set up. For example, you're playing Germany and decide, I only want armor units, period. So you probably wanted to say no to that type of event that the historical event units will be coming in. I do see I need to respond to some things here, but that's all right. We got this, I think, occurs every year. I'm not sure. This and other similar events for other resources here. Yeah, there's petrol. Oh, we got quite a few. Australia embargoes Japan. I like how the result is okay, and there's no no detriment whatsoever. However, I think if I had any sort of trades going on with Australia, which I don't, then those would be broken. I think I could be wrong on that, but okay, they're embargoing me. We'll remember that, Australia. We have long memories. So we can say we want to get some resources here at the cost of dissent, um, and for the most part, it's entirely up to you. You know how well you and your game are doing with trades and producing those resources. For mine here, we're doing well. I mean, we got more than enough fuel. 50,000 is what I consider the amount that I would like to see for any of my resources. Anything lower than that, I want to try to build a surplus to get to 50,000. If I'm over 50,000, that's great. I'll make sure I'll start selling. So we are actually doing very well with petrol. We don't want to get any more here. But scrap metal, we do want, in this case, metal and rare materials. We'll get 10,000 metal and 1,000 rare materials. That'll get me up to 34,000 metal, which is great, and over 6,000, or yeah, over 6,000 rare materials. You'll see though, if we said yes to any of these, um, we'd be getting plus 2 points in descent, which is that's not terrible, but it's not great to have either. Um, in this case here, we do want to go ahead and say yes to the scrap metal drive, and we'll get those bonuses as you see here, and we'll also get that penalty. With petrol though, we don't want, and because we don't want it right now, we actually lose a point in descent. So I want to say throughout the game, each year, you'll have the opportunity to get these resources. Um, and if you're doing well in one resource and not in other, you can choose the one that you're not doing well in and say, yes, I want that, get the descent hit, and then the other one that you're doing well in this case, petrol, you can say, no, I don't need that, and lose a point of descent. So very handy. Make sure you pull out your events, which I didn't do initially there, but make sure you pull out your events and see what all you have, because some events follow onto each other and work in conjunction with each other in such a way that if you choose them in a proper enough manner, you can actually mitigate the detrimental effects. Um, we got a bunch of trade offers here. I don't need fuel. In fact, I turned down the offer of free fuel for just the cost of descent. So no, thank you. No decisions. And we actually are losing the descent. We're going down 0.04 a day thanks to our laws selected. We don't we don't need anything consumer goods, but we're actually knocking descent down here. So within 25 days, that's going to be gone. So cool. Um, Battle wise, we're doing all right. We want to actually engage in our attacks at this point in time. I'm going to move my passenger ship temporarily over here while I'm going to start off with my marine expeditions here. And the main reason is when I select a marine and I tell it I want it to go on board a ship, I don't want it to board the passenger ships because I don't want to use the passenger ships as my assault fleet. That is what I have these auxiliary vessels and the assault ship for. So we'll let our transport ship get out there, and then we'll move our marines down. Okay, Huron. That's this one here. They knocked off that attack. Smart. This guy's gonna be knocking off his attack pretty soon. He's got to. He's losing too much. Okay. So they're attacking. I thought I had these supporting, but I think what may have happened was, yeah, we already have started a move. We attacked, they supported, we won. We're starting to move in, and then another enemy unit moved in such a manner quickly enough that they had a reattack. So I'm going to have one of these guys, probably the weaker of the two, support the attack here to kind of help speed up that battle. In the meantime, these other three guys, I'm just going to have them attack right across the river. They're my actually these are my guys that I built. They're the highly specialized light infantry. They're fairly swift, 5 kph. You see, actually probably due to the terrain and the leader trait, they're actually moving a little bit quicker. Yeah, logistics wizard. Nice, nice, nice. Um, so they're pretty swift, and they're also thanks to the battalions I added on to them, they've got a lot of manpower, so they've got a lot of oomph attacking here. This is the one that you start with. There's a few others similar to this as well. You start the game with is Japan. Not as much manpower to them, oomph as I call it. So that's why I'm using him in that side attack here to assist. Alrighty, so we're going good here. Okay, we have coal. We're going to say no, and hey, look at that. My descent goes away. We're close to 50,000. I don't need energy whatsoever. Metal, yes, I did need and will be needing because next year we're going to start building ships. So we'll be burning through that. Um, and rares we need as well too. So that's why I wanted the extra 1,000 there. Okay, did my passenger liner make it out? It did. So now we are going to go ahead and start our marine landings. Each marine unit is worth 91. So each of my guys can carry, yeah, they can carry one marine unit, two in the case of the auxiliary units. So we're going to go ahead and get these two marines together, board them on a ship line there, and we're going to have them attack here at Weihai. And we're going to move one of our coastal battleships, probably the stronger one, out here. That way, when when the invasion fleet comes out here, the coastal battleship can be there to help provide shore bombardment all along these provinces. I'm going to have my next group of two board their ships here, and we're going to attack, let's say Yexian, because I want to cut off this peninsula here. And then lastly, my last marine, I'm going to have them come around. If I do Junk Sao, Then I can have him attacking Kung Dao. Yeah, we'll have him just attack King Dao right off the bat here. Okay. So that's my Marines' disposition here. We're attacking this province, so then we can move and then split off the whole entire peninsula. So that way anything that's here can't escape and no reinforcements can get in. We're attacking that port, so we can at least have a port. And then once those 2 units take it, we'll just begin to move in. And we're having my last Marine unit attack that port as well to help provide some support. They'll be stuck in that battle for quite a while, unfortunately. Tongto, good. Um, we're attacking across the river, and there are a lot of militia units here. So that's why that battle's not going quite so well. Um, we have a lot of cavalry units. We got some stuff occurring here. A lot of cavalry units that are being attacked here. We'll address that in just a moment. End of the 1911 U.S. agreement. The U.S. is not liking what they see. We're going to gain some dissent, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're going to chip away at that. Every 25 days, 1 point of dissent is going to go away. We also gain 1,000 fuel. Cool. Food rationing. This is supplies. We don't need any, so there's another point in descent that's going to get worn away. We're actually, even though it's in the red, we're actually got a lot of IC spent towards supplies, so we're good there. We'll leave everything alone as is. I have 2 units here. One is moving in, and then the other unit here, the other expeditionary force, I also want to have them move in. That'll knock that down a little bit. I'm not sure why this is saying they're doing so well against. He must be a. He's got four battalions there, 4 regiments. These are all just 2 regiment type units. That's all. The expeditionary force isn't all that powerful. These guys can sit there. They're attacking. Everybody's attacking there. He can hang out. They're being attacked. They are being attacked as well. I'm not seeing it. There we go. Okay, that went away. Gung Grau, where is that? Oh yeah. We won the battle, Gung Grau. Do we have Marines landing there that aren't supposed to be landing there? Is that the case? Sometimes, and I see this from time to time, and I should have kept a little bit closer eye on my Marine units. Yeah, I think I have a Marine that's going there. You can tell where you want your invasion to go, but the AI may go, no. eh, I guess you could role play it and say it's shifting tides, the wind, and bad information, poor navigation, and thus historically, of course, in the war, sure, we had some landings. The U.S. had some landings that they selected where they want, especially on D-Day, where they wanted the troops to go, and they ended up drifting further away than what was intended. So maybe that's what this is. That's fine. It's not exactly how I wanted the landings to go. We'll address that. We'll actually have the units landing here move inland to hold the province because I want to hold this line. I don't want to have that extensive of a line here where I need 3 units to hold all these provinces here. We just want to hold 2 provinces. We'll deal with that shortly. Money for fuel? No, no. We have no decisions, and we're continuing to address this area here. They're supporting the attack there, which is going okay, but we've got some units that are starting to suffer. That's this guy here. We want to pull him out. Otherwise, we're doing okay. The militia is looking kind of weak as well, the 4th. Yeah, we'll pull him off. He's okay. Yeah, we pulled him off. They're not being attacked anymore. So at this point, I'm going to have them actually support the attack here as well. So that way, that conflict will go a little bit easier. We'll open up the width a bit more. I mean, we're already at 22 width, so these 2 units should be joining in. A garrison? That must be Meijiang unit. Yeah. Or there's got to be Menjiang unit right there, the garrison unit that's actually involved in the conflict. I really don't want you in here, but that's okay. Whatever's. We'll see if this this improves, and it does, 88%. That's good. This is still continuing on the way it is. We'll have these two units support the attack because we need to kind of speed that up a little bit. We want to push forward in here and then have those units kind of spread out so we can hold this river here. These guys are still supporting the attack there. Um, Everybody that's there is going to stay there. Ditto there. Okay. We'll have this unit go and join the attack. He's fully regained. We're just going to pull him off. I think, yeah, we got a lot in reserve at this point in time. So we can kind of pull some units off the line that need some help. This is my railway artillery. They finally made it there. They'll join in the attack. That will help out greatly because the railway artillery actually helps out in well, fort attack and urban attack. That's not urban. Okay, I thought it might have helped in this battle across the river. It does not. Nonetheless, that's an extra unit that we could use there. Let's check these other guys. Yeah, everybody else doing okay. The 8th can actually rejoin battle pretty soon here. How are these guys doing? He needs to stop. He's about ready to break. And as we learned, when you break, you go to your 6-star general there. He's doing okay. We can actually throw him into the mix as well. Okay. We got some trades, money for fuel. Fuel we don't need. Datang. That was that long battle, and you see we lost a lot of troops here. A lot of troops. They did as well, however. That battle wasn't good enough for a banner because we lost too many troops, but at least now it's over, and we can move in with our forces as we need here. Kang Zhao's finally finished. That's because I threw in those extra 2 units to kind of push forward a little bit. We lost our commercial agreement, which means now our resource gains are not going to be quite as good as before, but we're still in the green on both here. We're doing good. Supplies and money, though, will take a turn for the positive. So, okay. Togota, excellent. Money for fuel. No, we don't need those. Thank you, though. Batao, they stopped attacking because I think we had. Did those units make it in there? No, not yet, actually. They're about to. I guess they decided they had enough. You know what, actually, we're going to have him support the attack down there. It's not going to really, yeah, it just swung it up by 1, but that's kind of what I would like to see. And I've got a unit here. I need to wait for them. Once they're done, we'll have them go and attack there. The Gulf of Chile. Not sure what happened there, but whatever. And Hazuan. They lost a destroyer. Oof. Oh, we had destroyers there. About to say that actually could have gone poorly. I sometimes forget to ensure that the transport units that are moving my Marines around have sufficient support. But fortunately, I had just some destroyers there in the area that knocked out the Chinese destroyer. Veteran unit opportunity. Once you're engaged in conflict, after a while, you'll see this kind of event pop up. You'll lose money and supplies for the chance of a veteran or even elite leader unit. To be quite honest, for Germany, I always do this because it's good to have experienced leaders. For Japan, to be quite honest, I'm not going to have the opportunity to build too many more infantry units myself, but I do like the idea of a veteran and potentially an elite unit. Elite unit actually has more experience overall. So I'll say excellent on this case here, and we'll see what happens. Looks like we got a veteran division headquarter. If you look at it, they actually don't have any combat experience, it says. They do have slightly better, I think their organization and morale and stuff like that is just a little bit better than a normal, let's see if any of these guys have it. A normal unit, I don't see. Come on, somebody's got to have a, there we go, division headquarters. Can I pull that off? No, I can't. Their organization's 75. Their morale is 65. The veteran one, it has an 80 organization and 70 morale. So a little bit better, and I think the other stats too may see some improvements all across the board. So I mean, it is a good thing to have. It's just as Japan, I really don't build all that many extra units. I'm currently in the process of going through these builds here, and I really don't want to take time away from my naval units I need to build units to staff those infantry. So I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Down the road, I will go ahead and take care of that. These Chinese collaborators, I need to assign to a local unit here. Should we do? Yeah, we'll just do the Kantoing there. Okay. This veteran division, I'm not going to assign to a unit yet because, quite honestly, I don't know how they're going to be dispossessed. They may, what sort of unit I'm going to apply to them, and then how far away in the future that's going to be as well. Okay, so we got our Marines landing all over the place here. They're attacking there. They're landing in way high. They're landing above here. Okay. So a couple landings did not work the way I wanted, but that's okay. That's okay. That light cruiser is coming out. Did they? Yes, we've engaged in a naval battle. Oh, we must have a bunch of. They've got a bunch of motor torpedo boats that came out as well. Um, aha, my light carrier group is there as well too. So this should be a fairly swift naval battle. We'll keep an eye on this here. Once this is completed, I'll go ahead and save the game real quick. Try to save it every week or so. Motor torpedo boats, they're getting wrecked. Yep, sunk, sunk, sunk. That light cruiser is about to get sunk as well. I think it did. We have some research text here. Artillery carriage design. That's 1939 tech. We're in 37. I want to go ahead and cancel that because it's 2 years in advance. Range finding, cancel that's 2 years in advance as well. So at this point, we're down to 94% with the. I don't think I had any units appear, but we did lose some officers here. Production. Let me make sure that nothing is in my production queue here. So we must have had some units appear that took away from my officers here, plus battles as well, ate away at my officers. So I need to decide if I want to maintain that 39 or if I want to go to 37 here and try to get some more officers. 77 a day. Again, I want to try to get keeping in the green is important, but I want to try to get as close to 100% as possible. You know what? I need to press forward with some research. Period. So I'll take away from my officers for right now, and we're going to research 3 new technologies. Marine headquarters for 1. Brigade headquarters because they'll provide me some additional bonuses and counterattack. You see there. Well, combined arms, ambush. We'll actually hold off on that. Division headquarters, reduced delay. Corps headquarters, reduced delay. That puts me at 40. Army headquarters reduces delay and also provides some organizational bonus. These will hold off on. That I said I'll hold off on as well. We don't need the motorized headquarters. So, okay, we're good there. All right, I'll leave this alone here. Those 2 are completed. So, yes, if we take a look at our carrier group here, we'll probably see that they're probably responsible for sinking everything there. But yeah, that was the entire Chinese fleet that was sitting there in that port. Let's take a look at my carrier group here. Ryojo didn't sink anything. Hosho didn't sink anything. Well, I was wrong. Who did sink it then? Sendai did sink a torpedo boat. Jinsu, also a torpedo boat, but those are motor torpedo boats that were there. So those are previous battles. I had destroyers involved here in the battle too. They probably sank. That destroyer sank the light cruiser that was involved. Okay. Still, everybody gains experience in that. That's good. Okay, we're letting our battles continue. Now I want to pull my Marines. Yay, we captured this, but I want to pull my Marines over to here. I want to hold these two provinces, create this line, so that way then this whole entire peninsula will be shut off. These guys, we need to move here. He'll move up to there, and then I'll have him come down and around like so. The other guy, he's going to come here and then attack in there and go that way. He's going to attack there and go like so. He needs help finish. He needs to finish up his combat there. He's moving over there. Okay, so I got Marines. They'll be taking this peninsula here soon enough. Not a province, but we don't have supply going there just yet. But that'll be soon enough. That'll be generated automatically. We finished up our battles there. Got to wait a couple days there, I'm sure. They're still engaged. This is a long-running battle. I'm going to pull the ninth off. Where are they at? There they are. Pull the ninth off, get them some rest. And I'll pull another unit here in my reserve up into that battle. Okay, so that's going along just smoothly. My militia are just holding. There's nothing I want to do with them at this point in time. These guys, we can move into there, into that province. That 99 is a false 99. He's going to get wrecked here soon because I've got, these guys are just way too strong for just one, even a regular infantry unit is just too strong for one regular infantry unit there to handle. These guys are still waiting. We're waiting for this battle to finish up, which should be soon. Yeah, we'll just let that hold. I don't want to attack from here yet because we're bounded by 4 provinces. I don't have enough. I can't attack in any of these provinces. We'll be across a river. I could attack here, but there is a bunch. Look at all those units sitting there. I don't have sufficient force to be taking on what's there, and I could only attack with 2 and support with a 3rd. And if I did, I'd be willing to bet you that somebody from here would be attacking me immediately to try to relieve that pressure. Here, well, yeah, we'll let that kind of go the way that is. I don't have any extra units sitting around. They're moving in. This unit needs to support. And honestly, the attack's going well there as it is. Yeah. A few more, another day before that other unit comes into here. If we can crack this nut here, that'd be great. But that'll take a little bit. Already, our attacks are going along, proceeding as I planned. We pushed into here. Submarine crew berthing. 38 tech. Submarines I consider urgent type tech that I need, so I'll go ahead and keep researching that. I have a bunch of other tech I could research as well too, but I want to hold off. I'm applying 40 leadership, and I'm saying I need 41 things researched. So I like to wait until I'm at even here or below, where my needs are far less or less than what my leadership applied is. So right now, we'll just kind of let things go as they are. Detang, for the 50th time, we've won that battle. That's fine. They're kind of, yeah, I need to wait till they get some reorganization here. I don't want to do any attacks on there just yet because that'll be, there's a lot of units here and it's going to be kind of a deadly combat. My planes are still attacking everywhere I told them, and I told them in areas, general areas, instead of specific provinces. So at this point now, I can just kind of ignore my my air cover until, say, maybe this peninsula is taken. I'll look and see which air unit I had attacking over here. Industry advance, that's 36 tech. We'll let that go. Plus 8% IC, that's good. Production, that's good as well. Getting attacked in that province there. That's fine. We're moving out anyway. So if you waited, Tung Tao, we won that. That's good. Those guys are actually looking pretty good at this point in time. We're going to go ahead and have them all support the attack over here. We'll see how much that sways it by. 18%. Good. And everybody be involved in the battle as well. Even better. Money for fuel, fuel, fuel. We don't want. Our battles are going well, pretty good here. We're going to save the game. It's been a little bit more than a week. There we go. The second I need to pull off here. Mentally, I was thinking to myself, I need to double check some of my more urgent battles that are going on, like this one here, just to see how well that's going. If I had anybody that needed to get pulled off the line before they cracked. Yeah, everything is looking good otherwise here. We have an extra unit here. I want to say go ahead and just send them on in. And then from here, they'll go to Wuhai as well, because they're bound. This province is bounded by these two um, areas that you really can't enter into. And I should have at least one of the expeditionary force staying here anyway to protect against this province in case any shenanigans were to happen. Let's see here. We can move everybody, rebase there. We've taken that victory point, so we can remove that. Yay. I have Marines attacking on this line here from the west and the east. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these guys, they kind of need to get set up. I do have one unit that should be, if they need to, they'll move through here and engage in that battle if need be. That Marine's holding tough. There's no worries there. A couple hours, and then we'll be able to attack. And we want to rizz out. We just need to win in this one as well, and then we'll have our line, which we'll hold. Communist guerrillas. Oh noes. We lost Shanghai. Okay. We had an event earlier, and I think a decision where we could either have units appear here and hold Shanghai, or have them appear up in Manchukuo. And I chose Manchukuo so we could actually have them engage in the Chinese battle, knowing that we've got some future events in Shanghai where the Chinese, Nat Chinese, will put a bunch of garrisons in here. There'll be future events as well that'll give me further units appearing in Shanghai. My Marines need to wrap up this peninsula pretty quickly, so I can then send them down here and they can take on Shanghai, and they can help out in the units that will get created in Shanghai itself. So we'll say yes. In fact, there they are. This conflict will probably. Well, this is very interesting. I would have thought that the Chinese would have had some garrisons up here and here. Maybe that's a little bit later. I might be misremembering. We do have a Marine unit there, as you can see. Pretty nice one as well. I don't want to lose it, so we'll need to pivot my Marines in here down to here as quickly as possible. That battle says not going along too well, but that's all right. We got some reinforcements coming in. And once he's moved in, he can support the attack when he's able. Okay, so we've got, this is eating up a bunch of units. Strangely enough, Beijing and Tianjin fell a whole lot easier than I anticipated. I knew I was going to be in for a battle on this province because I'll be attacking across a river, but I didn't think it'd be lasting quite this long here. Yeah, I think we'll need to pull another unit or two off pretty soon here. But otherwise, we're doing okay. Yeah, the 7th I want to pull off. He's pulled off. That's good. They're good. The 8th can rejoin. And all of these guys look healthy as well. Okay, so I got 2 units here. I could have them attack across there, but there's a lot of units here. I don't think that battle will go too well, and I really want to start pressing up against this river here. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is leave the guard unit behind, move the infantry in, And I'm going to have all of these units come into here. And then once that's done, I'll leave him behind. They'll sweep over this way. I'll leave him behind, and then he's going to move. That guy, last guy's going to move over there. That way I'll have one unit in all of these provinces here. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured they're trying a spoiling maneuver here and attacking me here to lessen, mitigate the effects over there. Got some research. We're down to 40, so we're even. I'll let that ride as is. Cool. Battle Yexian. Yeah, we won that as I had expected we would. He actually, since he's ready to attack, I'll have him support the attack there. Human, that went splendidly. Feng Chen. There was a battle of Feng Chen. There must have been like a communist Chinese unit that appeared there or something like that. Okay. This guy, is there a nearby? There's not any nearby units really. Yeah, he's going to be leaderless and also without any sort of. Yeah, we do have supply going in there. So that's not great seeing the Marine unit out of supply, but we do have supply going in, so that's good. Who should be getting supply pretty soon. There we go, 86%. Long cow, finally won. We want to have you rebase there. I'll hold this line with my 2 Marines. Good. And I'll have my other 3 Marines, once everything's all said and done, set up shop here, and then we'll ship them out to take these provinces around Shanghai. So that way we can kind of create a buffer zone around Shanghai, and any future units that I get in here will be able to keep. The battles are going along pretty smoothly, and looks like we may need to call it. It's almost about getting close to an hour here. Submarine fire control. 1940 tech. We'll go and cancel that. We need to start learning some tech here. We're in the grand battle plan. Let me just check if there's anything here that needs to be researched. There is. That would be very handy. There's even more stuff here. All of this is very handy to have. Okay, so we're good on research at this point in time. We had a fleet engagement there, so I'm not sure what may have occurred. Another fleet engagement up here. Again, not sure what occurred, but that's all right. Not paying enough attention over here in my naval battles. We'll pull that off because I don't have any new units appearing. Passenger ships will go back to Dalian since all my other ships have gone out. This guy is actually about ready to get back into the thick of things. So once my passenger ships come over here, I'll bring that armor unit over. Oh, cool. I think this is a strategic effect. Once you capture, I think maybe that province or have other provinces as well, you get this. Supply throughput very handy. The research efficiency that's also needed to welding, steel electro welding. We'll let that continue. If that's fuel, we don't need it. We're pretty much green across the board except for rares. Did we lose a rare? +3. Rares are going down by 1. Let's see if we can't get a rare. US, sell us some rare, please. We don't need that much. We just need a couple. Sell us 6 for 7 money. No. Yeah, we just need like 2 rare. That's it. 2 rare for 243 money. That keeps everything green. We shall say go for it. They agreed. Excellent. Okay, everything's going along smoothly. Looks like I can have them stop here. These 2 units can all go there because these guys are sitting here. Whatever garrison unit was over here, looks like they got wiped out. They weren't able to retreat any further to any safe zone, so they got removed. we'll hope that my 2 Marines here can hold the line while I press forward onto this river here, and then we'll hope to be able to get these 2 lines matched up here. This is what we need to see finish. Young King needs to get it wrapped up there. Motorized infantry, oh cool. Got some shipyards and things like that. 18, we're up to 19 now, 13 medium, we're up to 14. We have a rail terminal which increases supply throughput. Excellent. Peru, we don't need that. This guy needs to back out. Who else needs to kind of take a breather? The first, I'll go ahead and have them because I can send the 20th back in their place here. And we can go back to here. He can join up. We'll have him go into transport in Tianjin and then have him kind of race and support the attack there as well. Okay. These units not looking terribly swift. We need to move this guy down. But you know what? I think it's time we need to start moving further into here. So that unit will go here. We'll have them attack across the river. That'll be kind of deadly, but we need to show China we mean business, that we're going to be pushing further south here. Maybe they'll start pulling units off of the front line here. That conflict is still going. Oh, that's why. He's the unit that ran away from this battle here. Okay. I'll have another infantry unit kind of running away as well. I'm going to have him stay behind. Those two will go ahead and attack. And hopefully that'll relieve pressure onto that conflict here. These guys, we're going to have him pull back. We're doing good there. Don't have any units there that can assist. And everything is going smoothly along there. Okay. So what battle was this here? Order, yes. So as I thought, once I committed to this attack here, they just weren't going to withstand any further. And these guys, unfortunately, are just they need the rest. So we'll just let that ride. Speaking of boosting up our reinforcements, supplies are looking good. Yeah, everything's looking good there. The 6th will be the next one they pull off the line here, which actually, let me go ahead and just do that right now. Where are you? 6, there we are. Pull off the line. Expecting that because I pulled out. That's fine. And I have a Marine unit that needs to get engaged into a battle at this point in time. Let's go ahead and land them there. Xiangjiang, so that way we can look at moving into Hangzhou and get that port as well. This guy, let's see, we don't have anything there really. Do we have anything that's going to be showing up? Torpedo boats. I'm going to put this destroyer unit over here to provide support, defensive support to my Marines as they land here. I'll have a few more Marines landing once they get moved over. 3 money for 2 rares. I don't have enough money for that. Reinforcements are looking good. Overall, the battles are going kind of as I expect. This actually should be doing a bit better because there's a couple units that are going to be breaking there soon. I do have a 3rd unit that I can... Oh, okay. Sorry, UK. Form the Shanghai Expeditionary Force. We want to rush reinforcements to Shanghai. With that will remove some units, but that'll send them over here to Shanghai, which we'll need. Also, look on the very bottom there. Through next month, we'll be suffering a 24% IC penalty. That kind of hurts, but that's all right. We have all these units here now. We'll actually apply a leader to that militia unit. I have a defensive guy. There we go. Well, we do have the Marines landing here, so that's good. We can now push out with my army. We'll do there. So that way that kind of cuts off. If the Chinese, they'll have to then come around. Um, this will give me these three provinces, and I can then force a battle into Hangzhou a little bit easier. And then speaking of, we want I have another armor unit there. On that note, was that? Nope, that wasn't that. So I think that was the armor unit that I had sitting here, waiting to get transported over. No, they actually did get transported over. Okay. I want to go there and then cut in. So this is a 4th armored unit. Which I may want to go ahead and produce, like I did for the other 3. I may want to go ahead and produce some reinforcements for them. We'll see, though. We're about ready to end 37, and quite honestly, these will be getting built here very soon, and I'll be progressing further into my light infantry. But in 1938, I need to start focusing on naval power. I need to get my ships built. So yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. I will use this guy, though, to support the attack here. We'll see how that progresses. That's at 38. I'm going to have the Marines also support the attack. Yeah. That looks good. And this Marine unit is also going to support the attack. Yep, 49. So we're about halfway there. That's looking better than initially. We can't afford anything right now because the amount of money we're making is not all that much. And in fact, I need to look at start selling some stuff, perhaps. Can we sell energy? They have a deficit, but they have a deficit of money as well. Burma will not buy. Philippines won't buy either. Shanghai definitely won't buy for me. Siam. They will buy. 7 for half a buck. We will take it. Bhutan, Mongolia, Tuvan, Nepal, and everybody else is creating a surplus. Okay. How about supplies? United Kingdom. Wow. Okay. UK, buy some supplies from me. This probably won't last too long because I can't imagine that the UK is not producing enough supplies, but I'll take that 12 bucks a day for as long as they'll provide it to me. Okay, so we have this going fairly smoothly here. We have our other Marines. I need to have a Marine leader. So the one Marine that got built down there pulled the leader from my already existing Marine unit. So I need to put a new new leader here. There we are. But since he takes now an organization hit, I'm just going to leave him off. And this guy, I'm going to board a ship. We can't attack there. We could probably go ahead and invade Hangzhou, though. I do see there's an arrow here indicating this garrison unit is trying to move into Suzhou. We have a militia that'll be moving into Hangzhou. So if I invade quickly enough here, this garrison unit will get stuck, and this battle will stay good. Otherwise, garrison will move in, militia will begin to move in, and I'll be attacking a militia. Or, if this doesn't go well enough for the Chinese, they'll move in, I'll invade and take it, and then the militia will try to attack me. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, I like that. Yes, good. Got our bombings going on. I'll keep the bombings going here because I think I had it going even out to here too. Submarine AA armament, that's 37 tech. We'll let that go. We're under attack in a couple of places. One of them we won. That's good. Here, we're going to have him support the attack, and we're going to have him support the attack. Okay, That should get a little bit better. It does. That's looking good all around. Yeah, they're down so much here. Even though it says 42%, that's got to be even worse for them, quite honestly. I should be taking out that province pretty soon here. For whatever reason, they're attacking me here. Okay. Um, hmm. We're going to have him support the attack, but the other guy that's here, we're going to pull him off. Anybody here that needs to get pulled off? Nope, doing good. And we can actually rush units back into the battle here. How about here? So that looks like the remnants of a unit that didn't go away. So I may, actually, I'm not sure what I'll do. They're currently engaged in battle. The guard unit, I would actually attach him to the guard unit, but we'll see. We gotta wait a little bit. Um, fuel cool. We probably have too much reinforcement already. They're doing a side attack. You know what I'm gonna do now? Oh, shucks on. Cool. That conflict went well there. We're kind of getting hurt a little bit, but that's all right. We're going to move these cavalry units into here. Um, I am going to go ahead and attack my militia. Even though they're pretty badly beat up, I'm going to go ahead and attack here to pull off the attack going on. Yep. That's not all that great, but nonetheless, this allows me to continue the attack here. Do we have anybody that else can attack? No, those guys are pretty badly beat up. This guy, I want him to go ahead and support the attack. That improves it just a little bit. We'll let our militia keep doing what it's doing here. Formation of the northern China area. Another icy hit, but that's okay. What does this do? Army headquarters? Plus divisions, perhaps? Yeah, cool. We'll open this up here and we'll see what got created. That's this guy here. Is there anybody he can get associated with? Yes. Good, 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 good. And he's got 3 units assigned to him here. This guy can get assigned to that. I have another Shanghai. Wait till we get our Marine unit built. Okay. Interesting. An air unit, air headquarter unit. I'm just going to apply a leader. Doesn't really matter who. Do I have somebody that's old guard? Yes, I do. There we are. And another specialized light infantry. It's one of the ones you kind of start with there. I will go ahead and give him a slightly better guy, and all these are going to move into Tianjin for right now. Who is he associated with? We'll move, and we'll add him to that core headquarter unit. He was associated directly with the 4-star, which I didn't really need. Money for fuel, money for fuel. I'm breaking enough money in here, but I don't want your fuel. Thank you. No. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and save the game. Gone about an hour at this point in time. I do appreciate everybody watching. I'll go ahead and start the next episode as well, where we'll continue our battle against China here and see how well we can do in breaking this northern nut. All these river attacks are kind of hurting me. But thank you for watching. Provide any comments, questions you may have down below, and let me know how you think I'm doing. Thank you, and have a good day, guys.